Hey guys, welcome back to another video. You may have watched my Data East Mini arcade machine unboxing and review video. If you didn't, please check that out on my YouTube channel. But you may have noticed, if you did watch that video, that I had some issues with a few of the games on the mini arcade that actually didn't load up. And there was just some issues with some of the ROMs on the little mini arcade unit. So I did the unboxing and review anyway and uploaded it to my YouTube channel. Contacted the seller who I purchased the mini arcade unit from on eBay. It was a seller from eBay, quite a big company here in Australia. Incidentally, they were the only people actually selling this mini arcade machine in Australia, from what I could tell, certainly on eBay, but I did check online and I just couldn't get it anywhere else without actually importing it from outside Australia. So for convenience, I obviously bought it from this seller. I was happy with the mini arcade machine. I expressed all of my views and opinions on the mini arcade in my unboxing and review, so if you haven't watched that, please check that out. But I contacted the seller. They were really great. They said send the unit back to us, which I did. Instantly, they didn't provide me initially with a prepaid postage label, but I sent that back to them. Had to pay the postage myself, and it actually cost quite a bit to send it back. I think about 26 Australian dollars. Sent it back to them. They arranged, it took about a week or 7 to 10 days for them to receive it. They had to test it, they said. They then approved my return, sent me a replacement, and the replacement I got through isn't the machine that you're seeing on the screen now, and that was even worse than the first machine. Loaded it straight up and ROMs just weren't loading on it, and there were more games that weren't loading on the second unit than the first unit. So I was kind of thinking, well, I wish I'd kept the first one, but obviously there's only 34 games on the unit, so it's not difficult for the manufacturers to get this right, to get all 34 games working, which I'm not being unreasonable wanting all 34 games to work. So I contacted the seller, wasn't too happy about it. Moaned about having to pay postage on the first one, and on the first unit that I sent back, they said to me send them proof that I had paid for the postage. So I scanned in my receipt, sent it to them. They then gave me a prepaid label to send back the second unit, which I did. That I then had to wait 7 to 10 days for that to be approved, and then for them to test it, which they did. Approved my return, sent me a replacement, and this is a replacement machine. Now, while I'm talking, as you're seeing on the screen here, that there are a large amount of ROMs or games that are just coming up with errors, such as this file is corrupt, but those games are still loading, so they are playable, even though I'm getting the error message. Then there are other games that are loading up with a corrupt file message, and then it's coming down with a countdown timer. I didn't wait for the count. Look, here we go. Here's another error message, but the game loads. But there are other games where the countdown timer comes on, an error message. I don't even wait for that countdown timer to pass and see if the game loads, because in my mind, well, that's just a faulty ROM. It's a faulty unit again. And then there's a third error where I click on the games. There's quite a few games on this unit, and then they just don't load at all. It just returns me back to the main menu. And one of those games is Street Hoop, which had the same error on all 3 mini arcade machines that were sent to me by this seller. Yes, a lot of games do load. More than half of them do load with no errors, but at least half of them on this unit came up with errors, and this was by far the worst out of the 3 machines that I received. It's absolutely terrible. all I wanted was a working mini arcade machine, and I just didn't get that, to be honest with you. So I've sent this one back. They've sent me another prepaid label, but yeah, so really not happy with this, guys. I've sent this back for a refund, so I'm without a Dataeris mini arcade unit. Really unhappy about this, to be honest with you, because I actually did like the device, and I know there's plenty of other YouTube channels that have showcased this little mini arcade unit and said how great it was and everything, and all the games have worked for them. But the only way that I can now get a working machine is if I import it from somewhere, some other country, and that's going to cost me even more money, so I'm not even sure I can be bothered to do that. But yeah, I thought I'd share this with you guys, just to make you aware that if you do purchase these little mini arcade machines, that there are obviously issues with some of them, or certain batches, or maybe I was just unlucky, so it was probably just that. But yeah, anyway, I thought I'd share that with you, and I'll see you in another video. Cheers, guys. Bye.